What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure review, and today we'll be looking at the Marvel Legends Submariner and the Marvel Legends BlackBolt from the new Black Panther movie wave. And I kind of thought it'd be okay to do these together because there's really not too much to say about the BlackBolt figure. He's a re-release and he's on a body that we've seen 100 times before, so there's no real big surprises, but I did want to talk about him, so I thought I'd throw him in here with Namor. But yeah, let's take a look at both of these guys in the packaging. Starting off here with Namor, you can see the figure, all the accessories and all that stuff, and then he has like a cool Namor like logo in the background. And then we got BlackBolt here. He looks good in the packaging too, and then there's a nice BlackBolt logo in the background. And then on the back of the packaging, of course, you get a look at the figure along with the other figures that it takes to complete the Build-A-Figure. And that's obviously the same for both of them. And there's some pretty cool shots there of both of those figures, so that's pretty awesome. And then on the side, you get some really nice looking artwork. I love all the artwork that's on the side of the Marvel Legends figures. And these both look awesome, so that's great. And, you know, like always, I like the collector-friendly packaging. I think that Marvel Legends look great inside of the packaging. I like that they give you the option to put it back in the packaging if you'd like. But yeah, so very cool stuff. Now let's take a look at the articulation on Namor. As far as I can tell, it's a new body, but the articulation is pretty much, you know, standard Marvel Legends articulation, which is good. His head is able to go all the way around. It's got a little bit of tilt to it because it's on a ball joint. And then you could get him to look up pretty much all the way, so you can get him in some cool swimming poses. Then you can get his head to go all the way down, chin into his chest. Got a nice ab crunch there. Goes forward about that much. Then it kind of goes back a nice amount. And then you have a waist swivel. And then his shoulders are able to come out to the side. The shoulder joints are pretty tight, but not as tight as like Cap Wolf or anything, but they're a little tight. But you could get them to go all the way around. Like I said before, they come out of the side. You got upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, a swivel at the wrist, and then a hinge at the wrist. And then let's see, for his legs, you could kind of get him to do the splits. Not really, that's about it right there. That's as far as they go out to the side. Get them to go forward about that much. There you go. And they kind of start to bow out, but they definitely could go forward. And they don't really go back at all. Check this out. They kind of just stop right there, unless you kind of move it to the side or something, but it's pretty much stopped right there. And then you have the upper thigh swivel. Got the double jointed knees. And then you have the lower leg swivel. And then his feet can tilt up about that much. They could point all the way forward. And then you have rocking ankles. So yeah, like I said before, it's a new body, but it has standard Marvel Legends articulation. And I think it has everything that he needs. So very happy about that. And of course, most people are familiar with the Bucky Cap body here that BlackBolt uses. It has all the standard Marvel Legends articulation. You know, his wings kind of get in the way or whatever, but you could get him in pretty much in any poses that you'd like BlackBolt to be in. So there you go. For accessories, Namor comes with a set of flat like swimming hands, and then he comes with a set of gripping hands, and those could be used to grip onto his Triton. I think that's what it's called. And let's take a closer look at that. I think this one looks great. It looks a lot better than the one that came with the Walgreens exclusive Namor. Looks really nice. Check that out. It's kind of gold and reflective. I wouldn't say it's metallic, but it's a little bit reflective. Then you got like this fin kind of thing here. And then like some kind of creature's tail wrapped around there. That kind of effect. Looks cool. One kind of goofy thing is on his left hand, his thumb and index finger are bonded together, so you can't really get him to hold it with that hand. That's kind of strange, but you could clip that or cut that if you need to. It's not a big deal. Then he comes with two different heads. You have the classic looking head, and then you have a bearded head. And I feel like I can't remember if I've seen Namor in the comic books like that, but it looks cool, so not a big deal. And then BlackBolt comes with two different heads. He has just the standard head here, and then he has this awesome screaming head with some like Kirby crackle there on the fork. That's really dope. I like that a lot. For some size comparisons, here they are next to Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man and Marvel Legends Captain Universe. And then here they are next to Marvel Legends Ultimate Spider-Man and Marvel Legends Darkhawk. And then here they are next to Marvel Legends Star-Lord and Marvel Legends Cap Wolf. from the Red Onslaught wave. Then here they are with Figure Arts Black Panther and Figure Arts Civil War Captain America. And here's the new Namor along with the Walgreens exclusive Namor. And these bodies are very different, but they do come with the same accessories. They both have like a pair of gripping hands and a pair of flat swimming hands. And they both come with tridents. And I did not like the one from the Walgreens one. I think it's the same thing that came with the Odin Build-A-Figure. I thought that was kind of weak, so I'm really glad that they improved on that and gave him a better looking Triton. So that's very cool. I know a lot of people thought that this new Namor was just going to be a retooled version of the old Namor, but it's not. It's a completely different body. Let's do a quick head swap here. You are able to just pop these heads off from each other and you know, stick them right on there. The skin tones don't match perfectly, but it's kind of hard to tell. Looks pretty good. You can kind of tell more here. But yeah, check that out. I really like the way that the modern Namor with the beard looks. And I like that head sculpt from that Walgreens one. So it looks cool on this classic Namor body. Because the classic Namor head that it came with kind of reminds me of like a younger Namor. So I like having the option of having that other kind of, you know, arrogant smirk Namor. And this one looks kind of cool on here. But again, the skin tone doesn't really match up. But yeah, look at that. That looks pretty cool. You got some options there. The skin tone is close. I don't really think it requires a repaint, but you could kind of notice it if you're paying attention. And then here's a look at the new Black Bolt along with the Comic-Con exclusive Black Bolt from a few years ago. They're pretty much the same figures except for the color and the alternate head. But once I looked a little bit closer, it looks like even the regular head is a little bit different. And check that out here. You can see that the new head just has this like fork that's bigger. And on this one here, it's a lot smaller, you could see. And the Comic-Con exclusive version, he has like a different facial expression. It's just slightly different, but if you have them next to each other, you could tell. He looks a little more pissed off in the Comic-Con version. And let's take a closer look at Black Bolt here. And I really love this this effect here on his fork. You got the Kirby crackle going on. I think that's dope. I love that they included that. And yeah, let's see here. The paint isn't really clean on mine. There's a little ugly spots right there, but nothing crazy eye-catching or ugly. Just a few little paint marks here and there. You can see right there that's not painted perfectly. And you know, anybody who has the Black Bolt figure knows that these arm wings aren't very good. As you can see, there's not really, I mean, they kind of stick out awkwardly, and you kind of have to have them in a certain position to not notice how weird they look. But I mean, you could definitely pose them to make them look okay. See, like, I think that looks fine if you want something different than just his arms spread out. But it's definitely kind of a hassle to work with. I wish they had something like interchangeable, or maybe something cloth or like soft plastic or something. I don't know. I feel like this could have been done differently. But when they tried it with cloth in the past, it didn't work very good. Then here's the other head. Like I said, it's pretty cool. It's a little bit different from the Comic-Con version, but nothing special. The special thing here is this head, so I'm going to definitely keep him displayed like that. I really like the way that looks. Then here's a closer look at Namor. Like I said before, it is a new body, and it does look good. It's sculpted really nice. It's very muscular. And then right here, this is sculpted. I'm very happy about that, because they could have just did the painted effect like they did on the Captain America retro figure. And down here, you got the wings on his feet, kind of just glued onto there, as you could see. And then you got the arm bracelet things, gauntlets, whatever you want to say. Yeah, check that out. And then you got the stupid number here on his thigh. I wish they changed up that a little bit. And yeah, look at that. He's even got nipples. I know some people were kind of concerned about that, but they're there. They're just not painted, but you could definitely see them. Then his shoulders, yeah, they're a little bit tight and a little bit big, so it kind of got to be patient with posing his arms. But yeah, overall, I really like this body. I think it's really good. I would have liked this body a lot more for Black Bolt, actually, rather than the Bucket Cat body. But yeah, it works perfect for Namor too, so very happy about that. And then let's look at the head sculpts. Both of these head sculpts are great. This one to me just screams classic Namor. It's pretty perfect. I don't have the Toy Biz one to compare it to. That one was perfect too, but yeah, this one might top it. I don't know. I got to bust that one out and take a look, but check it out. You got the big ears. One thing that I thought was kind of interesting is the hair is like soft and it's like glued on. It feels like it could be peeled off if you wanted to. Might make it easy for customizers. And then here's a look at the bearded head, and this one looks really cool too. You got the hair flying like he's kind of, you know, like he's swimming and it's kind of going in the water. You can see the ears are a little bit smaller on this one. Then you've got the sculpted beard. It looks really good. Some of the paint doesn't match up with the beard, but you can't really tell in person, just here on the camera. And this has the soft, weird hair too. But yeah, look at that. That looks great. I love the way this head looks, actually. So overall, I'm pretty happy with both of these figures. Black Bolt, you know, he's nothing special, especially since I already have the Comic-Con version, but I like the fact that they re-released them so that more people could buy them, and I do like the fact that they changed them up a little bit. They made them blue, and they, you know, they included this awesome head, or this awesome screaming head with the really cool Kirby effect, so, you know, I'm very happy about that. I do wish that they came up with something different for the arms. I thought they said that they were going to, and they learned from the old one, but maybe they decided not to. Or I guess, you know, obviously they decided not to because this is what we got, but it's okay. I think that he's going to look awesome on the shelf, and I mean, just right here, I think he looks awesome, so I'm pretty happy with it. And you know, I love Black Bolt. He's one of my favorite characters, and it's a shame that the Inhumans have gotten like a bad rap lately, especially with that new TV show that wasn't well received. I didn't even watch it yet because it got a lot of bad reviews and the commercials looked horrible. I know I should take the time and, you know, watch it and make a determination for myself, but I'm scared to see how they butcher these characters, to be honest. I just don't want to see it. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be painful almost, but let me know if you think I should check it out. And then even in the comic books, like, the Inhumans have kind of got like, you know, like a bad rap because it seemed like they were trying to use the Inhumans to replace the X-Men for a while and all this weird stuff that people were saying. And I don't know, they deserve more than that because the Inhumans is a really dope like family and concept and stuff like that. And you know, if you're not too familiar with the Inhumans, I think a cool book that you should check out is the Marvel Knights Inhumans book by Paul Jenkins and Jay Lee. It's awesome. Once I read that, it made Black Bolt one of my favorite characters. So if you haven't read that, go check it out. But yeah, anyways, happy to have this figure, and I'm happy that other people get it now too, rather than it just being an exclusive. And then as for Namor, I think that this Namor's pretty much perfect. I don't think that we're going to get a better classic Namor, and I'm very happy with it. You know, there's very little flaws. I don't have any big complaints about him at all, except for the stupid, you know, serial number on his leg. Other than that, I'm very happy with this figure. I do wish that he came with fists. That would have been cool, but, you know, at this point, I'm just kind of being spoiled. They included a couple different hands and his couple different heads and his Triton, so, you know, I think that's a pretty fair amount of accessories, but I think it would have been cool if he had a pair of fists. But yeah, other than that, I'm very happy with it, and I'm happy to have Namor finally. Hasbro put one out years ago that was horrible, and I used to own it, but then I sold it. And, you know, I've been waiting for them to do a proper one, so I'm very happy that they did. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And thank you very much. Peace.